Here's something interesting. We have a situation here in this edit where there's kind of an abrupt cut here. I finish what I'm saying, okay? But then there's something in the video that I don't want to be there, okay? So one thing that you can do so that a cut doesn't feel so abrupt is to match certain things in that end of that cut into something similar in the next cut. Now, I do kind of a quick like head turn here, and that actually flows perfectly into action in the next shot with a similar type of movement or motion. So the person's eye is going to be looking right here at me as I'm turning. And in that next shot, there's a foot coming into frame that's also moving rather than turning, but it creates more of a seamless cut. Now, if I were to, for example, start this shot maybe here where there's not that intro motion into the clip, let's see what that looks like. You see, it's almost like there was something weird hanging out right there that makes the next shot kind of, there's kind of a weird, a weird subtlety. But these things I want you to be able to really pick up on at this stage to start thinking in a way of how you're creating something that looks unique and feels great when someone watches it. So we have this without using a similar motion in the next frame, the next clip, to kind of mask a little bit of an issue we had there. And then we have that one that helps fix that problem, right? So the shot that you have is always having a communication or a dialogue with the next shot. Every frame is talking to the next frame, which is talking to the next frame. And you create a whole string in your edit that creates this wonderful conversation that builds a whole story. So anytime there's a little bit of a weird word in your frame that's kind of a mistake or something that sticks out, it's going to throw off the viewer. So these are cool little things that you can kind of pick up on to keep things smooth and feeling really good in your edits. It's stuff that you've felt, but you've never been able to put a word to why it is that you feel that way. So let's keep it moving here. Okay, so here's something I'm noticing here. Both of these shots have a really great pan, a nice smooth pan to show the scenery, but they're going in different directions. So there's two ways to get around that. You can either reverse the speed of one of your clips, or you can flip the orientation of the clip to change its direction. Let's do both of those and see which one we like the most. So I'm going to right click my second clip here. I'm going to go up to speed and duration, and I'm going to click reverse speed. This is going to make the beginning the end and the end the beginning. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, don't worry about the audio. The audio is going to play in reverse. Okay, so that works. Okay, that's one option. So I'm going to undo what we just did. And now I'm going to do the second option, which is to flip the orientation of that clip. So I just added the horizontal flip filter here that I typed in from the effects tab, the effects panel. And now let's play it through. Okay, I'm liking that a lot more. I'm thinking that fits better because the coloring here is kind of a tan and green, and then the coloring here is kind of a tan and green. Versus when we flipped, when we reversed the image, now it's kind of a dark black green because that's what's at the end of the clip, which doesn't really cut together in my eyes as cleanly as that does. Cool. So that feels like a nice concluding shot. We have our edit now at 49 seconds, which is perfect. Our aim was to create something under a minute. And now the next thing to do is to take a look at the entire edit from start to finish.